Hi my food loving friends, it's Mark here, and no, I haven't gotten into a fight with a lawnmower. I actually have a skin cancer removed, so next week I'll be back and as gorgeous as ever. And today I'm going to do a traditional Aussie icon dish, the meat pie, and I'm going to do a gourmet version of it, so let's do it. Here we have the ingredients for our gourmet meat pie, and I've got some free range bacon here, and I've got some premium beef mince. I've got some fresh rosemary and fresh thyme, but you could use dried. I've got an onion and a chilli, which is optional, and I've got some garlic here, some Worcestershire sauce, some tomato paste, some chicken stock, but you could use beef stock, and a tablespoon of cornstarch. And as always, the ingredients and the full recipe is on our blog, and check the description box for the link for that. So I'm just going to brown off this meat on a very high heat, and we'll take it off after that. So I needed a really high heat because I just wanted to brown this off very quickly, and I did it in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. And now we're going to take this off the heat and do our onions and bacon and chilli and herbs. So I'm now just going to fry off, I've taken the mince off, and I'm going to fry off my bacon and quickly give that a quick fry. And as you can see, I'm using the same pot as I just did the mince in, the beef, and I'll throw in the onions and our garlic, crushed garlic, finely minced and finely diced onions, and I've got my chilli, which is optional. We'll just fry this off until the onions become translucent. So here we are, and this has been on for about 4 or 5 minutes, and it's cooked down really nicely and really great smell coming off it. And I'm going to add my mince back to the pot, and I'll stir that through. And that was on pretty much a moderate heat, those onions and bacon. And if you were going to use the dried herbs, I would have put them in with the onions and the bacon there, and the garlic and the chilli. We'll take those rosemary stalks, and I'm just going to throw in my rosemary and my thyme, and we'll get a tablespoon. I'm just going to move that over to one side a bit, and I'm just going to fry off about probably 2 tablespoons of tomato paste there, and I'll just give that a quick fry off. The reason you want to just remove some of the tartness of the tomato paste, and by frying it off before you mix it with the beef, you'll get a much better flavour with your tomato paste. And I'll just stir that through with our herbs, and I'll put my about 500 mils or half a litre of chicken stock. You could use beef stock, obviously, that would be just as good. You could also substitute some red wine in there, and that would be really nice as well. Now I'm going to bring that up to a boil. I'm just going to add some Worcestershire sauce, which gives it a nice flavour. So I'm just going to add some of about a tablespoon of cornstarch into the mixture, and we'll just stir that through, and that will give our sauce a nice thick consistency for our pies. And so we're just going to let that, I'm going to put the lid on that. It's just starting to simmer now, and I'll put the lid on that and let that cook for half an hour to an hour. I've just greased some pie shells, and this is for our pastry. And I've got some puff pastry that I've bought here. You could make your own, of course. And then we'll take this back on, we'll take this out, and we'll place the pastry into our shell. The next stage is we're going to blind bake this at a moderate oven of 180°C or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And how we'll do this is we'll bake some baking paper into the shell here, and you could use rice or lentils or beans or anything like that, but I've got some old barley and lentils here that I use for blind baking all the time. So I just place that in there, and this will help keep the pastry, keep its shape when we blind bake it. And the reason you want to blind bake this pastry, it makes the pastry at the bottom, ensures the pastry is stiff and it doesn't go soft. So as you can see, it's thickened right up now, and if yours is not this thick, and I've left this cook for about an hour, and if yours is not this thick, you can always add a little bit of more cornstarch with a little bit of cold water, mixed in some cold water, add it and let it thicken up to a good consistency for a pie. Now I'll take these herb sticks out of it, and we can now put them in our pie shells. So the pie shells have come out of the oven, and we've finished our sauce, and we're just going to fill our pie with our sauce, our meat sauce, and that looks and smells absolutely delicious. And I've just got a little bit of egg wash, one egg that I've just beaten up, and I'm just going to brush the edges. The next thing we're going to do is pop our top that I've just cut some more puff pastry out, and we'll just press those sides around where the egg wash is and make a little hole in the middle to let the steam out, and give it a little brush with some egg wash, and that will give it a nice golden colour. So that's it, guys, and we can just pop these in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 180°C or 350 Fahrenheit. So here we have the famous Aussie icon dish, the meat pie, and they smell and actually look fantastic. And if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comments box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be able to see all the new recipes when they're released. And to find out even more, visit my website. And also you can register for a free online cooking class there. And visit me on Facebook and Google+, and check out all my other great recipes on my channel.